Dus net twee ambassadeurs wat via Zoom gaan deel.
You go to Batumi, you see the fort.
Yeah.
Of the Roman Empire. That was the end of the Roman Empire. Was on me.
Ons kursus wat ons aanbied saam met Engelse klas. Hulle bied ons BSc aan, dis met saam met diagnostic. Ons het ook 'n diploma in language.
Welkom aan jullie allemaal. It's good. It's the second time that we are doing this. This time it's a chamber. It's a Southern Africa Georgia Chamber function. The previous time it was like a joint venture between us and the Georgian embassy. So Ambassador, we are changing the program slightly to accommodate you. So the floor is yours.
Okay, what is it? Quickly?
Yeah, if you want to say something, you can say now.
Okay. Okay, is the minister already arrived?
The minister is standing to my left. I'm his right-hand man.
It is so nice, Mr. Minister. So now I would like just to give the opportunity is for me to start the address. I would be willing just to provide some feedback information. First of all, it's of course a very auspicious event for the Chamber, South African Georgia Chamber of Commerce. It's the 10-year anniversary, which I consider a critical moment when you are already able just to look and evaluate whatever has been in the past, whatever achievements and successes that there be, and definitely it is a possibility, also an opportunity to get an outlook for the future. I would like just to congratulate the Chamber with this auspicious event. I would like to greet Mr. Minister here. I would like to greet the present audience. And I would like to say that the presence of Mr. Minister and the representatives of the executive from the region adds a lot of importance to this event. I would like just to say that the chamber was just created 10 years ago. Is of course a non-profit, an independent organization, and it's got its own procedures and its own constitution. But in any case, I would say that we have a very, very close and tight relationship and cooperation with the embassy. I've been here already for 2 years, and we've been in a very successful cooperation with the chamber. I would like just to say that the chamber is an organization that supports our activity of the Georgian Embassy in South Africa. We have many areas in which we cooperate, and the most important issues are that the Chamber has the focus on identification and promotion of business and trade relationships between Georgia and South Africa. And I can tell you that over the last 10 years, the Chamber has been very successful at that. And I would like to thank to thank all the members of the chamber for making those contacts possible. Different issues here that required my presence in Pretoria. That's why I'm addressing you virtually. And it is connected with the match that we're looking forward between Springboks and the Georgia national team in Mbombela on the 19th of July. And we would like just to wish both teams success. And the only thing that we would like just to see is going to be the good competition.
I want to welcome, first of all, a few of our members from the Chamber who are based in the Western Cape. And Lisa and her daughter daughter is in the Western Cape, but Lisa is a roaming representative from Gauteng. The ambassador, the management, the mayor from Swartland, the tourism, and I had the pleasure this morning to meet the lady. Don't look so serious. The lady from Malmesbury Chamber. I think we've got more members than you. But most importantly, the owner of this, I see him through the camera, Peter, the Tue family. I don't live here, and I come here once or twice a year, but the manner in which I and many other people are received here make us feel really part of the family. Peter, it's a pleasure being a friend and also being a visitor to this beautiful historic establishment. In particular, I want to welcome the airlines, Turkish and Qatar. And you know, guys, you are competing, but you really set an example of how people who compete in an industry can also be friends and to some extent also be colleagues. I know you will move around from one to the other, but for the time being, let's assume you are where you are. But we have established a wonderful relationship with Turkish and Qatar, and indirectly it contributed a lot to make visits from South Africa to Georgia easier, because I have given quite a bit of exposure, as you know, and we share our experiences with the public, and I'm sure you also picked that up. So we are very blessed to have you as our preferred, and you are both our preferred, because some people like to go via Doha and others like to go straight via Turkish Istanbul. So thank you that you've come in your numbers. Then also worth to mention, very important, is our winemakers and we have today Robertson here. I think there are 4 of them, including the CEO. And we've got 6 from Graham-Beck. And this is indeed an honor to have you here. And I promise I'm done. You can come to the microphone and take the floor. Is it hoog genoeg for you?
Yeah, firstly, good afternoon, everybody. I'm particularly happy to be here. This is my 4th assignment today. I came from Saldanha, where my team is busy with extension advisory services. As you know, I'm also the Minister of Agriculture. We have to meet farmers, we have to visit farmers. And in the Western Cape, I have 17,000 farmers. So I met with them this morning. Immediately after that, I went to the Saldanha IDZ, the Industrial Development Zone, where there's an investor from Dubai. The Premier met him about a month ago, and they want to invest in the Saldanha IDZ. Then I had a wonderful meeting. Where's Anne? From the tourism people. I met with her with the wine glass still in hand, and the tourism people, a great meeting. I love Swartland tourism with the speaker. We were there, and that's why I'm particularly happy to be here as well. But I'm so happy to have also my friend here, the mayor, Harold Kleophas, and his wife. He's the mayor, he was formerly the mayor of the district and currently the mayor of Swartland municipality, and I'm so happy that he's here together with the best municipal manager in South Africa, Mr. Jochie Scholz. I'm the Minister of Agriculture and Economic Development and Tourism. The best thing you can do for a farmer, all over the world, by the way, not only here, is to have a functional municipality. I happen to know Georgia as a result of my 16 years ago. I was the Minister of Cultural Affairs and Sport. And it is during that time that I connected with Georgia. And I want to thank Cultural Affairs and Sport for this big relationship that we've established. And I want to thank all of you for the work. And the tourism people were amazing this morning that we have. And I want to thank the winemakers, Graham Beck and all the other winemakers that are here. Thank you for being here. But my culture is quite different. I have to firstly respect the owner of the house, Mr. De Twee. Thank you for opening the doors to us. So we need to establish and continue our relationship. Now, 16 years ago, the relationship with Georgia started with rugby. They played there in Van Reinsdorp. Dr. Linden will know very well. Ek gaan nie sê wie het gewen nie. And I see the ambassadors listening very carefully about the match that is going to take place. I'm not going to talk rugby. There's enough wine here for us to celebrate. And so, for us here in the Western Cape, it is important that we understand that building relationships is now more and more important given the geopolitical tensions in the world. I'm a man of history. I know what happened before 1939. That was the start of the Second World War. Between 1930 and 1939, this is the period where people said, let's stand together, let's unite, let's build friendship, let's protect each other. If you ask me, why are we here? We are here for cross-border collaboration. Peace, harmony, stability, resilience. That's why we're here. And the reason why I answered you immediately. Here in the Western Cape, time matters. Time is money. And Georgia, the doors are open for economic development and cooperation and partnership. And I want to thank the Department of Cultural Affairs and Sport because they build person-to-person relationships. And on that note, it's even deeper than personal. We have a man here in this room that played, that was the South African chess champion, captain. He went to Batumi Olympiad and they played chess in Georgia. And he published a book, Reflections on Chess in the Rainbow Nation, from Georgia with Love in the 2018 FIDE Batumi Olympiad, and this is the second volume. This is the relationship. We believe in sustaining a relationship. How do you sustain a relationship? When you document it. In other words, when all of us are dead, the relationship carries on. We call it knowledge management. And I want to ask Dr. Linden Bauer to just join us here. So this is for us. We don't play in the Western Cape. We mean serious stuff. And serious stuff means we believe and we invest in knowledge management. Many years ago, he was my chief director in sports. The French soccer team came to the Western Cape. They traveled all over the Western Cape. I think their base camp was in George. Yeah. And they played soccer. And they brought a cameraman. They took photos all over from Cape Town to George, the French soccer team. They published a book called Foot Click. They came to my office and said, Minister, here's a coffee table book. I said, no, you don't understand us. That book is going to disappear in my office because ministers get reshuffled and then I forget it. So I went with Daniel Johnson and Dr. Linden Bauer and I took that book and I gave it to the archives in Roland Street. I said, I want 100 years from now that people must know the World Cup happened in South Africa and the book Foot Click is forever documented in the archives of the Western Cape government in the Roland Street. So that's what we do. I have now received this book. I will do exactly the same. Here's a paar move study. Because my son has dared me every night when we make a fire. He said, Daddy, let's play. Ek wen altyd.
Thanks, Minister.
But I'm now going to win more. And I think this is a great time and a great place to drink wine with Mr. De Twee. I thank you.
Dis lekker om na so iemand te luister, né? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask my good colleague and friend, also Marius, he's just a few years older than me, to come and do some summary and to say thank you to some of you. And then after that, we will just briefly discuss the... You see, ek is nie die enigste wat 'n wynglas vas aan nie, né? Then thereafter, there's a lot to eat, and I had a complaint from Peter de Tooy that the red wine bottles are all sealed. They're not open. Is that correct? So we need to do something about that. Marius.
Thank you, Marius. I'm going to oplet. Marius asked me to do the bedankings, the thank yous for everyone. I think we should start off with a day like this to just give praise to our Heavenly Father for grace and goodness. I mean, we're standing here celebrating wine and rugby and commerce, and if you look outside, as Dr. Meyer said, the world is a broken place. So being here, celebrating all this good, I think shouldn't go unthanked. I met Dr. Meyer previously at a Buffeljags boereontbyt there in the Overberg, and he really gave some of the farmers a lot of hope. And there was only coffee available. So this morning we had wine, and he's giving us even more hope. As he said, Georgia needs friends and stability. I think we need leaders that bring hope. So Dr. Meyer, keep your CV updated. We might need you in the near future again. But I think first and foremost, Dr. Meyer and your team, from us as a chamber, lots of thanks for your time and your effort. So as a first formal thank you. Thank you for the time you've effort, and thank you for the good word you've brought to us.
We have two, we've got two Georgian wines and one from Kloovenburg, but the best from Kloovenburg, because we think this is a nice JV, a CV between, it's the JV between Chamber and Georgia, and this is also the second Georgian related function. Moet ek hom neersit want hy gaan nie val nie, né? So wie moet ek opsit? Pieter. Ek gaan die name al ken. Dankie.
Thank you.
And the head of the department, we are bad on names today. Well, there are two. There's an acting head of department, and then there's... I gossip about you when you came. So come first.
It's the sport.
That's also for you.
Oh.
So shall we invoice him or not?
We decided if the rugby game rains out on Saturday, we're going to play a chess game, and we've already found the guy that we're going to put up.
Thank you very much.
Marius, I have to say this in the microphone. We have an award for the best weather forecaster. I mentioned it right at the beginning. Peter de Tooy, please come and get something from us. No, Peter. Nee, dis jou eie boks, maar die inhoud is van Georgia. Pieter, baie dankie vir die vriendskap. En soos ek gesê het, ons is very much at home here. Thank you.
It's a pity that none of our Georgian colleagues are here, because we had a special event. Because there's going to be big rugby on Saturday, and Peter's son, Peter Steff, is going to be showing the Georgian rugby players a couple of things about tackles. We thought that if anyone wants an opportunity, we've got Peter and a couple of his big sons who are going to give us an amateur display. So if anyone wants to feel some contact out on the grass, we'll arrange something a little bit later. I just also want to say thank you for all the persons around Dr. Meyer and his team, everyone who was involved with the admin. But next, we also want to say thank you for our executive mayor. Thank you for all the hospitality you've been giving us in this area. It's great, like Dr. Meyer said, working municipalities standing hand in hand with chambers of commerce, with farmers, with industry. We're just giving you a really big thank you. You'll have to get your own wine at the outside. We'll make sure that the bottles remain open. We'll make sure we do that. But also with our industry partners, we've got the airlines, Turkish and Qatar. Thank you for your support. We've got all the farmers. I see the Robertson guys already outside there doing something. But all the farms, Kloovenburg, hopefully in future, also going to be really part of this. Robertson, Graham Beck, Uitkyk, everyone who's here, everyone who's been involved with us. I think that's been really, without you, literally, it is impossible. So thank you for all of that. Thank you for every member, every non-member, every potential member, everyone that's had some form of connection with the chamber, with any of the Georgian companies, with any of the South African companies. Like Marius has said, this has been more than a decade of collaboration, and it started off really, really almost innocent. I was with Marius in Tbilisi in 2016, where we started having some of these meetings. We went to a wine farm in the Kakheti, and we didn't really know what we were going to start doing, but it was just a lot of the rugby stuff just developed, and it's been an absolute blessing. Thank you, guys. Can you raise a glass and we just say Gamarjus for Marius?
Carry on. Thank you for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's stop, enjoy. Thanks for listening to us, and enjoy and drive safely back. You want to say? Well, Ambassador Barici, I see you still follow us. We wave you goodbye. Thank you for taking time to listen to us. And then, yeah, I've got my interpreter here. All the best with the game on Saturday. And we will send you video clips and photos. You will see the Georgian flag is quite big here. Thank you.
I'm